Good day, everyone.
Today, we're going to discuss about one of the type of a grading system, which is Criterion Reference Grading System.
So what is Criterion Reference Grading System?
Criterion Reference Grading System is a method of assessing student performance based on a fixed criterion. So, if we say fixed, it means it cannot be changed. And if we say criterion, it means it is the standard where the decision will be based. So, therefore, if a student wanted to have a higher grade or a passing grade, so he must need to achieve the target standards because there is a criteria that must need to be followed.
So Criterion Reference Grading System focuses on what students know and can do rather than comparing their performances to their peers. So there's no need to compare because this grading system focuses on one student's progress. His or her performances is interpreted by describing what the students can do or cannot do with respect to the criteria. So in other words, it's your score against the criteria. The individual achievement is compared to the criteria, not to their peers or classmates.
This grading system is used to determine the mastery of knowledge and skills.
So now I will show you the remarks of the Criterion Reference Grading System, whereas we have a table here that shows a grade that has an equivalent numerical value. So a grade of flat 1, which means excellent, is equivalent to 98 to 100 or 85 to 100, and a grade of 1.5, which means good, is equivalent to 88 to 97 or 80 to 84, and a flat 2, which means fair, which is equivalent to 75 to 87 or 70 to 79, and a flat 3, which means poor or pass, is equivalent to 65 to 74 or 60 to 69, and a grade of flat 5, which means failure, is equivalent to below 65 or below 60. For instance, if a student will get a low score and we base a Criterion Reference Grading System, then expect the students to get a low grade because we have a fixed criteria to be achieved.
Advantages of Criterion Reference Grading System. Objective assessment, focus on mastery and individual progress. Objective assessment is Criterion Reference Grading System provide a clear and specific criteria and sharing consistent and fair evaluation. Focus on mastery is the student are assessed based on their understanding and mastery on specific skills or knowledge. And the last is individual progress, which this system allows for tracking individual progress and identifying areas for improvement.
Criterion Reference Grading System, while offering advantages, also present drawbacks or disadvantages that educators and students should consider. Number 1, limited comparison. Number 2 is lack of differentiation. And number 3 is time consuming. Limited comparison can be challenging to compare students' performance across different criteria, as each student is evaluated against their own progress, because this system emphasizes individual mastery of specific learning objectives. Lack of differentiation. It may not adequately differentiate between high-achieving students, as they may all meet the same criteria. This system emphasizes on common standards for all students while providing for fairness and clear expectation can advertently neglect the diverse learning styles and needs of individual learners. And the last is time consuming. Developing and maintaining clear criteria for each assessment can be time consuming for educators due to the need of developing clear, measurable criteria, creating aligned assessment, and providing detailed, individualized feedback. These significant time investments can burden teachers and potentially affect instruction quality.
So, where to use the Criterion Reference Grading System? First, where the teachers are agreed on the meaning of a standards of performance in a subject, but the quality of the students is unknown or uneven. The Criterion Reference Grading System is useful in situations where teachers have a shared understanding of what constitutes a specific standards of performance in a subject, but they are uncertain about the abilities of the students. In such cases, the Criterion Reference approach allows teachers to assist students based on their individual mastery of specific criteria rather than comparing them to their peers. Second, where, the, where there is no external driving factors such as needing to systematically reduce a pool of eligible students. The Criterion reference grading system is beneficial when there is no external pressure or requirement to limit the number of eligible students. The Criterion reference grading focuses on assisting students against predetermined criteria. On this approach allows for a more objective evaluation of students' mastery of specific skills or knowledge without the need to artificially limit the number of students who can achieve high grades. And last, where the work involves student collaboration or teamwork. Criterion reference grading system is particularly suitable for assisting work that involves collaboration or teamwork. In such cases, it may be challenging to assign individual grades based on the overall group performance. Criterion reference grading allows teachers to evaluate each student's contribution and mastery of specific criteria or standards within collaborative work. This approach ensures that each student's individual performance is recognized and assessed accurately, promoting fairness and accountability within the collaborative setting. Take note, in Criterion reference grading system, student can help a fellow student in a group work without necessarily worrying about lowering his grade in that course. This is because the Criterion reference grading system does not require the mean of the class as basis of distributing grades among the students. It is therefore an ideal system to use in collaborative group work.
This time, I want to talk about the two measures used in Criterion reference grading. First, we have the collaborative criterion settings. It involves engaging students in development and refinement of assessment criteria. This approach not only enhances the clarity and relevance of grading standards, but also fosters a sense of ownership and accountability among students regarding their outcomes. Collaborative criterion setting enhances the criterion reference grading process by making it more inclusive and responsive to students' needs. This methods not only clarifies expectations, but also promotes a deeper engagement with learning, ultimately learning to improve educational outcomes.
The second measure that is used in criterion reference grading system is the public transparency. So what is public transparency? Public transparency is the criterion reference grading system that ensures the students, the parents, and the educators to clearly understand the criteria used to assess the learning and how it is specific for each assessment that used in student performance evaluated. Yes.
That is Criterion Reference Grading System.